Alright, well, we're on to the greenery here. I wanted to bring it up a little bit because otherwise we've got so much plummeting down to the left. This will work as well, but I wanted to bring it up in here, give even this area a little bit of interest. But we have a whole bunch of all green-ish blobs of paint, you know, all similar in size, roughly similar in shape. Now that I've got it in, and that was intentional, now that it's in, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to go over certain areas to help to unify it. I want it to be a clump. I don't want it to be busy. I don't want all these minuscule little bits of stuff right at the bottom of the painting. At the bottom of the painting, certainly one of this size, I need strength. So we'll work on that and then we'll finish up this rocky area. Okay, so we have a well-defined line now between the rocks and the water. Happy with these, they're very toned down. Obviously there's going to be more work needed in the water, but we knew that beforehand. Now, there's an area here that's quite dark. I haven't smooshed my lines together here very much yet. I'm still going to do that. Now that I have these in place, I've established a benchmark for my values. I'm going to bring these values up in this area to get closer to these values, just to provide more strength. I don't want high value, low value, low value, high value, low value, high value. You know, that kind of breaks up what is actually quite a small part of the painting. I want these to sort of be similar. Differentiation will occur because you've got different lines and different colors. Anyway, I'm going to get schmooshing and make this bush more powerful, more schmooshy. So as I'm smooshing these colors together, down in this area, I'm not just doing things randomly. The plan is I have such a busy area with all these individual, well, leaves. Let's face it, that's really what they end up being. I don't want leaves. I would like clusters of leaves. I think that works okay. So I'm just kind of, some of these dark lines that I have, I'm just getting rid of them completely. And in other areas, like I'm just running roughshod right over the dark lines. And in other areas, I'm just highlighting individual bits, because I don't want to remove all those lines. They certainly serve a purpose. It's just, you know, if it's too much, it's too much. But I'm keeping the colors subdued. You know, I want these ones to be in front of those ones a little bit. I don't want it too smeary. But I want to stick with the whole idea of you know, the environment in which this very bottom of the painting and foreground is all low temperature colors, low chroma colors, low value colors. You know, I want to stick with that. I don't want it to be too important. It serves a function. It's the foreground. And in and of itself, yes, it has to be reasonably well done. You know, you want it to be attractive, but at the same time, you don't want something that's a few inches from the bottom of a large canvas to say, "Hey, look at me!" That's kind of pointless. So it's organized smooshing. That's a very technical term. So instead of all these individual leaves here and there, we will end up with clusters, bunches. And it's not the leaves that form the shape, it's the actual shape of the bunch that forms the shape. Okay, I think we're on the way to improving that. I like that a little better already. Okay, this is getting so close to being good that I may... Well, it's reached a point where I'm going to have to sit back and have a little bit of a look now and then. Just mix up a little more, because I think I would like to have, oops, not quite high enough value there. Nope, that's too brown. I want it to be bluer, but not the blue that's in the water. Just a hint bluer, that's all. But I'd like it to stand out. You know, I know the camera shows it differently than I see it. But these leaves here are kind of melting in to the rock behind it a little too much. A bit of that's good, too much, not so good. See, I think I've already made that stand out too much. Gotta be really quite gentle in your handling of these things. And it may also be that I'm tackling this prematurely. Maybe I should be waiting until we're closer to the end of the painting. Missed a little spot there. I do want a bit of a line there. When that's dry, that black line will not look so black. And I think maybe for the moment we'll just leave that. And throughout the ensuing evening, I'll peck away at the odd spot. All right. I'm just going to move the camera a moment, just to be really, oops, sorry, as unprofessional as possible. There. Okay, this all looks very boring compared to the rest of the painting. That's fine, not worried about it. This is all, I think, serving its function. And within its own area, I think it's attractive and you know, serves its purpose. I have to put a little bit of dark color in these very darkest areas. I think that's all it needs. If it needs something else, then once the rest of the painting is done, I'll revisit it. At most, I can only imagine it needing some little bit of highlighting here and there, but I don't see it needing a whole lot other than that. Now I think I'm going to go. Now I have the courage to go back into the water and decide exactly how much of this I want to change and where I want to change it. This fading off into the green, it's become too weak, and so I abandon it for the time being. And I think what I would like to do is bring more of this light down into this blue. This blue mass I really like. There's just too much of it. It's funny when you can back up and see the painting as a whole. This becomes a visual whole because there's no line. There's no definitive, no definitive line within it. It's just a little too faded off. Anyway, I'm blithering again. That's it for now. We'll talk to you soon.